Gigyu marveled at the number of crystals he'd amassed in his bag, reflecting on how it felt like just yesterday when he trembled at the sight of orcs. Now, he was collecting these valuable crystals with ease. He turned to Lu, asking if it felt like only yesterday. Gigyu reviewed the class line, partner ego, in his info window, confirming that this was real, not a dream. He thought it was a wise choice to return to the tower immediately after leaving the hospital. Yujung, curious about his plans, reminded Gigyu of the peril he had faced and how he nearly lost his life. She questioned why he was returning to the tower so soon. Gigyu, aware of the dangers, considered that going back home would lead to a heated confrontation with his family, a situation he hadn't experienced in 5 years. Yujung voiced her concerns, wondering if Gigyu had a death wish. Gigyu assured her that he had thought things through and couldn't sit idly by, especially with the recent changes in his information window. He didn't want to face his family's worry and disapproval. He was determined to embrace this new path. With determination, Gigyu decided to learn more about his newfound connection with Lu, the ego. He extended his arm and assumed an awkward posture to connect with Lu, but nothing happened. Even the parrot watching him seemed unimpressed and flew away when he abruptly leaned over. Gigyu attempted the connection once more, covering one eye with his hand, but again, nothing happened. He found it challenging and awkward. However, Gigyu persisted in his efforts to establish a connection with Lu. A red flash suddenly appeared, summoning a sphere sword in the sky. Gigyu's persistence paid off, and a connection was established. The system reported that Gigyu had summoned Lu, the disembodied ego. Gigyu looked at his reflection in the sphere, excited and surprised by this newfound power. As he held the sword and questioned Lu about what ego was, the disembodied entity humorously evaded his inquiries. It seemed Lu was more of a prankster, which left Gigyu slightly frustrated. When Gigyu asked Lu if he could move independently, Lu explained that he couldn't, but there was a possibility in the future. Gigyu, rubbing his chin, inquired if he could break the bond and choose a different master later on. Lu clarified that only the owner had that choice. Gigyu raised an important concern about whether Lu could harm him when he became self-aware and mobile. Lu admitted he could attack but noted that if Gigyu died, the ego associated with him would also perish, making it an impractical scenario. Finally, Gigyu questioned Lu about whether he felt pain. Lu responded that he did indeed feel pain, as he had emotions. Lu was Gigyu's perfect ego, mirroring his feelings, making their connection unique. Gigyu was excited to test his newfound abilities with Lu. He used the stone he picked up to summon the ego, and the two acted in tandem. With each action, Lu absorbed materials, raising intriguing questions about the nature of their connection. As Gigyu collected numerous resources, Lu increased in strength and evolved. Their connection was both fascinating and promising. Gigyu contemplated taking on a special gate, though Taishik had advised against it, warning him of the recent dangers faced by rankers in such gates. Gigyu exited the building, equipped with clear crystals and special items he'd earned. He decided to explore his options further, considering the potential financial rewards. He clicked on an ad on his phone and made a call to someone who had advertised their services. After some time spent in a cafe, Gigyu encountered a man named Ha Song-soo, who introduced himself as the leader of their team. Gigyu reciprocated, stating his name as Kim Gigyu. Song-soo asked if this was Gigyu's first time hunting at a gate, and after receiving confirmation, he proceeded to provide some insight into their upcoming mission. Song-soo handed Gigyu a contract detailing their loot-sharing rules. It outlined the distribution of equipment determined by a lottery system. The meeting point was set at Giri Station, and they were to convene there the day after tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Song-soo emphasized the importance of punctuality. Gigyu learned about the two types of gates: one-time gates that disappeared after clearing and continuous gates that could be repeatedly hunted. While continuous gates offered fewer rewards, they were perceived as less risky due to their well-established strategies. Song-soo reminded Gigyu about the significance of being on time. As Gigyu observed the arrival of other individuals who seemed uncertain and nervous, he realized they might have also responded to an advertisement like him. Turning his attention back to their group, Gigyu noticed that Song-soo and another person already appeared familiar with each other. Song-soo, anticipating their imminent encounter with monsters, prepared his equipment, including arrows. Zombies suddenly emerged from the darkness, and the team quickly sprang into action. The tanker engaged the monsters head-on with his shield. The long-range shooter, Song-soo, shot a magic arrow through the head of a zombie, promptly taking it down. Gigyu joined the fray, demonstrating his combat skills by effortlessly eliminating zombies. His impressive performance didn't go unnoticed. The tanker praised Gigyu for his invaluable contribution to their victory, acknowledging that they owed their success to him. This sentiment was echoed by others in the group, who expressed their gratitude for his assistance. Despite the praise, Gigyu remained modest. Following the skirmish, Song-soo directed the team to move on slowly. However, he urged everyone to maintain vigilance since danger could arise at any moment. As they continued, Gigyu asked Lu if he was ready, and Lu affirmed his readiness. Gigyu explained to Lu that there would be a boss room ahead, where they would face a significant challenge. They would need to rely on their combined strength and strategy. The tanker and the swordsman exchanged whispers, their excitement evident. It was clear they had something in mind. Approaching the boss's room, they all looked at the imposing iron bars that enclosed it. Gigyu wondered aloud if such substantial barriers were necessary for confining the boss monster. Song-soo proceeded to explain their strategy for defeating the gatekeeper, Talon. While the tanker seemed eager to move on, Song-soo insisted on thoroughly discussing the plan, emphasizing that mistakes could jeopardize the entire team. The tanker's impatience triggered a brief dispute, but it was quickly diffused. Gigyu observed Song-soo's strict approach, and the team leader reiterated the importance of unity and precision in executing the plan. Song-soo emphasized the first part of their strategy, melting the iron bars to access the boss room. He mentioned that even a small mistake could have grave consequences. With the strategy outlined, they entered the boss's room. Noting that the boss was even larger than they had anticipated, Song-soo was to initiate the attack with an explosive arrow. However, as he prepared to fire the arrow, Gigyu had a moment of realization. An explosive arrow was fired, hitting the boss and causing it to become enraged. The tank shielded the group from the boss's attacks, taking a hit and getting thrown several meters away. The plan called for melee players and shooters to strike while the boss was vulnerable. Gigyu teamed up with another player to target the monster from different angles. Talon's defenses increased as he cringed, signaling a change in tactics. Song-soo urged Gigyu to act, but his powerful blows seemed to deal only minimal damage. However, a surprising revelation occurred when Gigyu unleashed his strike. The system reported that his confluence with Lu had risen, granting him more effective access to Lu's power. This enhanced power left Gigyu surprised. As they continued their assault, the system informed them that they had defeated the gatekeeper, Talon, and received experience points. All eyes turned toward Gigyu, who had played a significant role in their victory. The system notified Gigyu that, thanks to Talon's blood, his stats were increasing, and he gained the skill of cannibalism, which allowed him to restore physical strength by consuming a corpse. The group was taken aback by how efficiently Gigyu had dealt with the boss. Both the tanker and the swordsman eagerly approached Gigyu, asking for his contact information. Gigyu suggested they exchange numbers later, and the team leader, Song-soo, called for their attention. Song-soo announced the appearance of a paralyzing dagger as a piece of equipment. The swordsman, Choi Deo, excitedly picked it up, expressing their satisfaction with the mission's success. Song-soo then reminded everyone of their loot-sharing agreement, which required a lottery to determine item distribution. The tanker leaned in to talk to Gigyu privately, suggesting that he should aim for the paralyzing dagger. Gigyu felt slighted by the way he was spoken to but recognized the importance of playing along. As they gathered for the lottery, Gigyu had time to reflect on his teammates' behavior. He thought back to the team members he had known during his 5 years as a conductor and didn't expect such attitudes from his current companions. While they prepared for the lottery, Song-soo unwrapped some bones. And Gigyu noticed the unspoken tension. The tanker and the swordsman exchanged glances and took off. The tanker picked up a knife and rushed toward Song-soo, but Gigyu intervened. He used his strength to subdue the tanker and prevent the attack. The tanker questioned if they were on the same page, and Gigyu contemplated how close they had come to a potential disaster. Realizing the dangers of this situation, he also noticed Song-soo's lack of reaction when the knife was pointed at him, which added to the mysterious atmosphere. Gigyu inquired about the identities of the girl and Song-soo. Song-soo offered no immediate answers, and Gigyu held the tanker down, demanding an explanation. The situation intensified when he observed the girl brandishing a dagger. Gigyu realized that Harem was not to be underestimated. With Harem's dark aura emanating around her, she attacked Deo, causing him to lose consciousness. The tanker requested assistance from the swordsman, but Deo was too terrified to intervene. Gigyu successfully prevented the escalation of violence. Once the situation was under control, Gigyu looked down at the tanker and made a decision. He delivered a blow to the back of the tanker's head, ensuring that he wouldn't pose a threat. Song-soo and Harem observed the situation, with Song-soo asking for Gigyu's intentions. Gigyu stated that he would take the paralyzing dagger, explaining that saving Song-soo's life warranted such a reward. Song-soo downplayed the significance of the dagger, but Gigyu reminded him of the debt he owed. Song-soo inquired if Gigyu knew who he was. Gigyu replied that he had observed their strength and that such information was irrelevant to him. He expressed his disinterest in knowing their identities or spreading rumors about them. Moving on from the confrontation, Gigyu decided to leave for further hunting. Lu observed the situation with Harem and the tanker and found Harem to be dangerous. Gigyu agreed with Lu but chose not to get involved in their affairs. He was focused on continuing his hunt. As they left, Gigyu noticed a change in his stats due to Lu's absorption of zombie stamina. Lu explained the specific boosts he gained from different types of monsters: agility from goblins, strength from orcs, and stamina from zombies. Gigyu was pleased with the added strength. Gigyu suggested visiting the bounty room one last time to collect their rewards. He explained that the room could be moved using the corpse of the gatekeeper. However, in the bounty room, he noticed something unusual on the wall. He asked Lu if it had been there before, and Lu confirmed it hadn't. Gigyu knocked on the wall and found it to be hollow. Curious, he suggested breaking it, and Lu agreed. With a powerful strike, Gigyu shattered the wall, causing a cloud of dust to fill the room. As the dust settled, Gigyu noticed an outline within, and he and Lu became intrigued by the presence of something or someone resembling an ego. Gigyu expressed his surprise, wondering how common egos were. He couldn't help but question what he had been doing for the past 5 years as a conductor. Lu humorously commented on Gigyu's intellect, calling him an idiot. Gigyu inquired about their presence, and Lu pointed out that they should observe the egos in their surroundings. Within the mysterious space, Gigyu noticed a sword stuck in a stone and playfully asked if it were Excalibur. He decided to claim the sword for himself. As Gigyu held the sword aloft, a bright light emanated from it. Ego asked if Gigyu was the owner. The surrounding space shifted, similar to the first time he met Lu. Although this experience felt slightly different. Gigyu clarified that he wasn't an owner but was willing to give the sword a name. He christened the sword L. As Gigyu and L conversed, the ceiling and walls of the room began to crumble. Both Lu and L urged Gigyu to escape the deteriorating area. Gigyu noticed a massive eye staring at him but had no time to dwell on it. Hurriedly, Gigyu made his way to the reward room, aware that he needed to collect his rewards. In the reward room, Gigyu was surprised by a huge eye, which was entirely unprecedented. The emergence of unusual gates and mysterious incidents had raised suspicions and debates. Gigyu, however, was beyond suspicion because these events started occurring after his departure. He received rewards for his efforts, which included 30 purple crystals and a guardian amulet. The amulet could help his mother and alleviate their financial concerns. Gigyu was now climbing the tower, advancing from the 5th floor, where he had been found unconscious. His journey had taken him through various floors, which had once been unimaginable to him. He recalled Sukwu's words about the importance of not giving up, as one could eventually unlock their unique abilities. Gigyu had noticed an improvement in L's abilities, attributing it to the fusion of their experiences. However, he learned that the demon sealed within L had lost most of its power due to the lengthy period of confinement. Gigyu wondered if the giant eye was somehow related to the sealed demon. A while later, Gigyu attended an item auction, but he didn't realize how challenging it would be. After observing the hefty price tags on the items, he thought it was unlikely he would win any bids. However, the main item presented was the Bracelet of Wounds, a highly sought-after item for its ability to boost recovery speed. After leaving the auction, Gigyu found the process to be quite daunting and expressed his surprise at the high costs. Lu and L remarked that the owner of the item was impoverished. Gigyu revealed that he had managed to sell the paralyzing dagger for almost 100 million won. With the auction behind him, Gigyu headed toward home. On the way, he received a call from Yujung, who was concerned about his recent risky endeavors outside the gate. She reminded him of the promise to take her out to eat upon his promotion. As Gigyu continued his journey, he reflected on his need to make money more quickly, especially to provide a safer future for Yujung. Gigyu recalled a recent raid that had allowed him to buy beef, marking a significant achievement. Then, as Gigyu ascended the stairs, he encountered a peculiar phenomenon. Energy swirled before him, gradually expanding into what he recognized as a gate.